everyone, this is a hypermiling video. This is not very strict. I haven't gone through the absolute longest range possible as I didn't want to annoy everyone on the road. That being said, this was done late in the evening during Christmas and New Year, so there was hardly any traffic on the road, so I just thought I'd see how it go. It's a route I know very well, which always helps when hypermiling, and I have to admit the start position and the end position were different heights. I know that from cycling from Stratford upon Avon to Birmingham, you always seem to go up the locks in the canal, not go down. And just a few tips is if you know the road so well, instead of using regen when coming up to a stop, you can get that little sweet spot where you don't see any white, where you're using any electric and you're not using any green, where you're not doing any regen. As much as you can, try to, you know, just sort of hover it in between as you come up to places you know you normally stop, because even if you regen, you don't regen all the electricity back, but if you've got the kinetic energy already in the car moving along, I personally think it's better to try to coast along. You see how I do. In the future, I will try to make an extreme hypermiling one where I start and finish in the same spot to cancel out any going uphill or downhill. But I'll probably have to do that in the early hours of the morning, not to hold anyone up. In this video, I'm going from Birmingham to Stratford upon Avon, so I'll be going down in altitude. I don't think it's a huge amount, but you know, just for the clarity of the video. You can watch and relax, go along with the journey with me to see how I'm driving. Hopefully it's not too slow, so no one will ever drive like this. Or you can just fast forward to the end where I'll show you the how much charge left in the battery, how many miles per kilowatt hours, how many kilowatts used. I was just checking the route then, because I just first bit the journey I thought I'd go in a different direction, but about 95% of the journey is one I take quite regularly. Trying to keep it smooth here over the speed bumps, didn't want to speed up or slow down. Try to get the minimal amount of white showing, power usage on the screen. You can see I'm on chill. I believe, I haven't had this confirmed, but I heard in one place that if you have it on chill, the car will make less effort on warming up the battery. This is well, this is down to that if you warm up the battery, there'll be more power available if you want to drive faster and accelerate faster. But if you're in chill and you don't have that faster acceleration, then the battery doesn't need to be so warmed up, so less energy is used. Tell me in the comments below if this is true. I've only heard this once, and I couldn't find much more information on the subject. Also, when I do regen, I try to prolong the regen slower, as I believe, or I've been told, that the stronger you regen, the more obviously electricity is running through the system, which creates heat. So if you're going to stop in a certain area anyway, well, there's no point stopping over a shorter distance when you could just slow down over a slightly longer distance, capturing the electric back at a lower rate, causing less heat, because energy can also be registered as heat, so there's no point creating heat when you I'd rather put more electric back in the battery. You can see just under the chill on the right hand side of the screen, that I very rarely push it, so you can see I'm burning a lot of energy. So this is with the heater on at 21 degrees, because it's only 7 degrees outside and a bit cold. Headlights on and windscreen wipers. When I do an extreme hypermiling one, I'll obviously pick a time where I don't have to have the heaters on, lights on, or the main lights on, or anything on as possible. But thing about that is I'm not sure what that proves. That's just more fun, because no one could bear driving like that in real life. I just like to find out the real driving range on real roads as people drive them. Notice that the heating on the left hand side, the non-driver's side, looks to be on. Must be because I had my laptop bag and a few other things in the seat setting off the sensor, so that's probably used more energy than I needed. What's quite good here is I was worried about holding up traffic, but I'm not sure you can see through the rain there, but there's a learner driver there taking their lessons, so they kept me at a nice low speed, which was pretty good for me. I'm still not sure which is the optimum speed for hypermiling. I did get from somebody else's video it was 36, but if any of you know better, put it in the comments below and I'll try that speed as well. Still learning how to use the software to make these videos along with videoing on my phone, but I think for the next video I'll try to see if I can lock the focus permanently on the screen so you can constantly see the usage I'm doing. I'd like to also do a video on the motorway where I set the car to drive itself, but just sit behind a coach instead of a lorry, because coaches seem to go faster than lorries in the UK, so it won't be too painful. I don't have to stick to 55 miles an hour on the motorway when I think coaches can go up to 70, so I can cruise along behind that slipstreaming. Coming up, so you see I started regenning way before. And as soon as I see there's no one coming the other way, I stop regenning, start using a bit of power, because I know there's a hill coming up, so I rather accelerate. I'm going down a slight slope now. Before going up the hill. There's no one about at the moment, so I'm sticking to the 36 miles an hour. find that if you do get that little sweet spot where there's no white or no green showing, I'm sure the car's not just rolling, I'm sure there's a very, very slight pull still going forward. But that's the closest I can get to coasting. Going slightly uphill here, that's why it's showing a bit more power than usual. But I'm coming up to a very old village, which will be down a dip and a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit soon, so there's no point accelerating, just to have to decelerate almost immediately afterwards when you get there. Best not to choke there. I got so relaxed driving, hypermiling, that I didn't swallow properly.
Excuse me.
Place it normally always loses mobile signal here because it goes down and up again. Very small village, but it seems to always cut my phone out when I was using it. An aqueduct, very slim one. It's just for the canal. Only one canal boat to go, long boat can go through it at a time. Not sure if the lights will show it. See the bottom of it there, going above the road. Quite often you see a canal boat going over. another small but more steep hill here. There's no point really racing up out of the village because it doesn't last very long. And as soon as you get over the crest, you can accelerate going downhill. I'm hoping that conserves energy. Even though I'm going 36, and there's no point keep speeding up to 50 and then down to 30 and up and down all the time. There's not much traffic about. This railway bridge marks the start of the last climb back towards Stratford upon Avon, and it's all downhill and relatively flat from there. Still slowly going up. You have to be careful here. A lot of water, you can see on the side of the road, actually comes from the fields on my left because they raise up even higher, and I think it all soaks down and breaks through the bank on the end of the field into the road. Just got over the crest of the hill now. Very slight up and down. They cancel each other out. And then the quite a nice little half a mile hill back down to Stratford upon Avon. lights as we come down the hill. It's nice seeing the roads so empty. I feel I'm getting a taste of what the route would be like in the 1930s when not many people had a car. Must have been wonderful for the people who did have the cars. Tesla garage there on the right. They've got a Highlander in there, but it's left-hand drive if anyone's interested, so you can't take it for a test drive yet, apparently. Coming up to the end point, I'll just park up, then I'll show the end stats so you can see how much energy I use. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm enjoying making them, and I hope to get to refine them and make them nicer as they go along. Just having the screen in focus would be nice. Have a good day everyone, or good night.